What's up, everybody? I think we're gonna try some tillage tonight. If I can get the duals put on, and if it's not too wet. I'm wondering if it won't be too wet. But Dad's going to get the Chisel plow right now. We rent it. Well, actually, we've been borrowing it for the past 3 years, ever since we've had this tractor. But he's actually wanting to sell the Chisel plow, so I think we'll probably end up buying it. It's kind of more money than we want to spend right now, but it's cheap enough. It's hard to not. Like, if we go to try buy another one in a couple years, whenever we're ready, it's going to be a whole lot more expensive. So we figure might as well take the hit now and save some money in the long run. So I'm gonna get this tractor back out of here. We'll get the duals put on, and by that time Dad might be back with the Chisel plow, and we can get hooked up and try to play in the mud, I guess. Oh, whoops. Alright, got the duals on. Really doesn't take super long, probably 5 or 10 minutes a piece. These things are way easier to do than the 901 tractor is. That one's a lot more involved because you got to line up slots on the rims, and the clamps are a pain to get on because the wheel weights get in the way. So you got to take a couple wheel weights off. It just turns into kind of a more of a hassle than it's worth. But this thing they just zip right on there. So that's pretty nice. We still have not got the issue figured out with the brakes. Dad rebuilt the master cylinder, still not working. No idea what's going on. The right side just will not build pressure unless you pump it 5, 6, 7 times. So I don't know what's going on with that, but we're gonna run it. We're just not gonna use the right brake, I guess. We'll make big intros or something. I gotta move these 2 wagons here, well, 3 wagons, so we can turn around on the end. I think we're gonna try to start in this field in case it's too muddy and we don't want to sling mud on the road when we're done. So we're just gonna start here. Dad just called me and said he left with the Chisel plow, so he'll be here in 25 minutes or so. So I'm gonna get these wagons moved out of here, and then maybe by that time he'll be back and we can see if we can get it set up and going. Look at this mess. What a dump. Kind of looks like we just pile our junk anywhere, don't it? It's actually got a purpose. When we drive these wagons and occasionally a semi, but not super often, whenever we haul in and out of this bin, we got to make sure it's either dry or frozen. Because if we try to do it when it's muddy, it destroys the yard. So all that stuff back there, that concrete, if you watched an earlier video, you saw I took a bunch of concrete out from behind my barn this past summer. And we stacked all that concrete back here because our plan is, since gravel's so expensive, our plan is we had all that extra concrete, so we're going to put it under the driveway, or under the crushed asphalt we got hauled. And we're going to put a driveway in right here. This corner is always super wet, so we're going to fill this in with gravel. Well, not just fill it in, we're going to dig down inside these orange lines that Dad painted. I think he worked on this last night. We'll run the driveway all the way from the road over there, all the way around, and eventually it'll end up back at the bend. But I think for this year we're just going to stop at these marks here, I would assume. Well, actually, no, I bet he's going to want to go around the corner. I bet we'll try to make it around the corner, get out of this mud. But it's typically only muddy, really, in this corner, which is the main issue. But anyway, while I was waiting on them to get back, I figured I'd give it a little update on why there's so much junk around the bend. It's got a reason. We haven't had time to get around to it yet. Yeah, I think so. Not quite deep enough that time. Had to take a spacer out. Gotta go deeper still. Try it again. That looks better. I think it's probably going to pull pretty easy this year, as soft as it is. You can see it kind of sidewalling there a little bit. I think it's just soft enough. It's not really going to clump up a whole lot and shatter. Kind of looks like the frame's pulling a little bit low in the front, so we're going to try to... Okay. We're going to move that top link from the top hole down to the bottom hole and see if we can level it up that way. Because we can move this bar, it'll unthread, but I bet that thing is locked up tight. Back up a little bit. Yeah. hi to the camera. Say hi to the camera. Well, that was a little bit more difficult than we thought it would be. Ended up having to jack it up and try to turn it with pipe wrenches. We got it. In the past, we've just ran the chisel plow as it was when we got it. But now that it's probably here to stay, we'll set it up good for this tractor. It's just too much of a hassle to try to get everything dead level if you're just going to return it again in not very long. So, but now I think we're good. We can get it set up how we need it and shouldn't have to mess with it after this year, hopefully. One thing we've noticed is it would be nice to have a partial power shift in this thing every once in a while. Like right now, it'd be nice to run a little bit deeper, but the tractor it's just too slow in fourth gear. So you raise it up and run it in fifth gear. It's like, man, we're hauling. We could be going a little bit deeper, but you can't. You just run out of power. Freezing out here now. I bet it's 40 degrees. Hey, we got the chisel set up. We ended up dropping a gear, going fourth gear now. about 7 or 8 inches, I think. It's just a little too fast in 5th gear. We didn't feel like we were doing a good enough job on depth. We got her set now. So I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna go fill our aluminum tank up. It's in my truck, so I'm gonna get some more fuel for us. And I think Dad's gonna keep going for a couple hours here. Try to get some more acres covered. Kind of a short video tonight. We just got the chisel set up, and I think that's gonna be about it for this one. So thanks for watching. Lexi says to subscribe if you like what you see. That's a good idea.